I think. Put on. Too low?
No, I can see everything.
So you want to put it on this thing and run or walk around?
No, I'm fine.
What's it down that low?
Well, you can see everything, so I don't...
Me.
Yeah, you can even see you.
Anyway. Oh, look at the overspray. I'm going to have to wash all of this down. Now I'm going to take it out and turn it around. Have a look at the doors. They look so fresh.
Very droopy.
Don't show the run.
Yeah. What? It's got immense drip, Dad.
Shut up. Sick.
I hate that. That was so loud. It is like a nugget, eh? I never actually put 2 and 2 together.
What's gold on it?
Yeah, but it's chunky like a nugget.
Oh, that looks good, doesn't it?
No, I said it was drippy because drip's a word the kids use these days to show that they're like draped in swag.
Oh, swag, eh?
Yeah.
So it's swag.
So it's drippy. It's got some bad drip.
Yeah, they're mad as in all the way along there. Fuck. Anyway, I'll turn it around because I'm going to try and work on the floor. It looks good in the daylight, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Guards are done, bonnet's done.
It's looking neat. Oh my gosh.
Fantastic. There's even overspray in here. It's yellow on everything.
It's actually so nuggety.
It's bizarre driving something with nothing attached to it.
Yeah. Does it feel really light?
It feels weird. Like I'm driving a tractor. Sounds like one.
Sounds like one, yeah. Bye bye. Aww, I love its face.
Trying to get it over this way
Yeah.
so I can work on the panels.
It's so small. And you left this somewhere. It just fell off. Like...
Alright, I just wanted to see it out in the daylight, really. See all the overspray, even though I had it covered.
Yeah. Kind of like fallout.
So now the idea is to
Nugget
hopefully
juice.
tackle these rust bits here and the floor. That's my next big component. Once that's done, the body's painted, it's basically 90% done. Oh, interior needs new upholstery. But apart from that, it's 90% done. Oh, but then it needs new wheel, tyres. But apart from that, it's nearly 90. But oh, hang on, then the tub's good. You get the idea.
Yeah.
Camera still operates to a very limited capacity, so forgive some of the very stable still shots. I can't really do much with it. You just saw the door was already painted, but I had issues with the finish on it. You could see a lot of sandpaper marks. I'd used too heavy a sandpaper, and when I coated it in the yellow, it was just ugly. So I'm gonna have to buy more paint. I think I knew that, but probably more than I expected. I don't care at the moment because I want this to look pretty good. I was gonna palm it off to the panel beater after being disappointed with the paint last weekend when I did it. So what I've done is I've sanded it back with 600 grit, taking off all of the lumps and bumps and hopefully the deeper scratches. And I'm going to put another couple of coats of the primer filler on again, and we'll give that a light 1500 grit sand, and then we'll paint it. That's one coat. I'll give it 10 minutes or so. We'll give it a second coat, and then we'll put the yellow on. In the meantime, I'm going to sand the bonnet with some 600 grit to take some of the bumps off. It's going to be tedious using this camera. I can't afford to get it fixed at the moment. They roughly estimate $300 to $400, and I've got to send it away for a month, and that price isn't guaranteed either. So hopefully this is, hopefully we can get some decent footage. All right, so I'm going to sand the bonnet here. I don't know if you can see the lumps there. It's a bit hard, I guess, but there's all these little dollops of paint that landed. All right, Dingleberry, my little camera, will not work. I thought I could get away with it. Just keeps shutting itself down or overheating and doing spacko things. Anyway, I'm back to my old S10 Galaxy phone. So bear with me as we go forward. Right, I have sanded that many times now. I'm still not overly happy with the lumps, but I'm just going to put more on it with the can. So I'm going to wax and grease remove that now. I've washed it. I'm going to put some wax and grease remover over it. Then we will hit it with some yellow, and the door is now 2 coats down on the primer filler, so I will now sand that as well. Hopefully I can get these 2 done today, and then what we're going to do is we're going to move the truck out, turn it around and bring it back in to do the other door, maybe, and that floor pan is coming out, and the windscreen. I'm just getting all the other painting done, so the next thing is the body. It's taking forever. It is, isn't it? Oh well, life happens. All right, I don't have 1500, I only got 2000. Put more in here, we'll give it a light sand. Do the other door and then you clear coat everything. I have put down the first base coat yellow on the driver's door. I thought there was less work to do. It looked pretty much good, but now that the first coat's on, I can actually see sanding marks again, which is what happened on the passenger's door. So I'm going to let that coat go hard. I'm going to go sand it with wet and dry, 600 grit later on, put another coat of primer filler on it, and then we will see if I can lay down some more yellow. Tedious. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. We'll wait for this to dry and then, but I'll show you what it looks like actually. From this side, it does not look too bad, right? You can't really see a lot. There's a few there, but if I come from the other side with the sun beating through the window, I don't know if you can see that. Just Here we have a number of scratches. So yeah, I'm not happy with that. So I will wet and dry that again, spray putty again, and then, actually I wonder if I just wet and dry it first. Contemplations. Who knows, we will see. I just want the paint done on the panels, then I've got to start on the body, remember? So many questions. That's the worst part, it stood out like dog balls. Run out of paint and patience. It is what it is. I'll paint that and then we'll move on. It looks bloody good. You can see the reflection there, like that's without even cutting it. But if you come down lower, let's go around the column here. You come down and just right through the middle here, got a bloody run now that I'm gonna have to wet sand out later, all the way along. Bugger. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with that. And the bonnet looks pretty good too. I'm pretty happy with that. We're going to wait and then give it another coat. Did all that hard work and I've put a dirty big run in it. Anyway, more sanding later. First coat of the clear is tacked off now. I'm going to do the door first because whatever's left in the can will finish the door, and then I'll make sure I've got another one ready to do this. I spoke to a mate of mine, cousin actually. He's a former panel beater, and he said basically you're going to have to leave the runs and try and sand them out later. I know that, but I thought maybe I could do it in between coats, but he reckons put 2 coats on, maybe even 3, so I've got a bit of meat over the, sorry there's cars outside. I've got a bit of meat over the run and I can lightly sand it and buff it. Yeah, anyway, we're going to paint it again. Oh fuck, I forgot my mask. I'm just gonna run here now. Shit. Dickhead, forgot my mask. Alright, let's get another coat on this. I am pretty happy with that. Looking good. A little bit orange peely, but I mean, I think it looks fine. A little bit light here. I have to, a little bit there. A few spots. Door is looking fantastic. I've got 2 coats and I'm going to do a third in an hour. Look at that. That run's even disappeared a little bit. So I think with the 3rd coat we'll get that spot on. If you can hear me, everything is covered in overspray. The back of the bonnet here, all my tools, the whole shed is covered in overspray. It'll wipe off eventually. Alright, I'm going to get out of here and come back in an hour's time. Done a 3rd coat, but now I've put a 2nd run underneath the 1st run. So the 1st run was over here, now I've got one down along here and I'm furious. But anyway, a lot of sanding, I guess. Can you see the run? Just there. Look at that. What a bastard. Now we've got to sand them with some fine grit and then they'll be done, cut and polish later. But that's going to be the problem. Before I have a brain aneurysm from this toxic shit, I'm going to go chill out. And I'm happy how they're looking. The car will look smashing if I can get those runs out. Fingers crossed.